About to start, and we're going to be talking about CV poetry, what we are all about, what we do, what we stand for, and how we get the message across. To start with, who we are. CV, when you hear CV Poetry Society, what comes to your mind first? First, we are society. By this we mean we are everybody in the society. We don't just live as if it's just you, it's just like an island, no. We live as if we are like, we have the awareness that there are other people around us, and we also have them at heart. Poetry. We are poetry in the sense that we use poetry as the medium to pass our message. Now, you might be thinking, okay, what is poetry? Everybody has his own definition of poetry, depending on how you think it is to you. Now, we all have our ways of writing. Now, a poet is more like a sculptor. Every sculptor has his own way of, doing his artwork and stuff. So the end is always a beautiful thing. So same thing applies to poetry here. And the last one is sea view. Sea view is the name I adopted for this society because of the idea of the sea. Now, when you view the sea, let's go to the wide sea view. I'll show you this picture. Now, if you look at the view of the sea, it's so lovely, right? From the shore. You can see the beautiful clouds at sunset. Now, this beauty is what we wish and what we desire to attain when we organize recitals like this and raise enough money that we can donate to the Motherless Baby Home and give to the orphanages and Canadian Cancer Society, people that really need help, people that are having problems with pregnancies and stuff. And I have Melanie from Pregnancy Options. She's here. She's going to be giving a few words on what they do and how they are supporting this program as well. What we do, which is the interesting part. First, recitals, which is what we are doing right now. We organize open mic session where everybody come out there. It's like a phonance. Let that thing that is burning in your heart come up to the mic. Pour it out, share it with everybody. And that brings back to this. Rejuvenate. It makes you so happy. It freshens your mind. It relaxes you. In the sense that maybe after a very long day job and you come to open mic sessions like this, you have that relaxing moment where you listen to the poems and you have fun, right? And lastly, we reach out, which is the basic aim of organizing these recitals. And we do it, we raise money, we give them to charity. Our mission statement: to positively impact the society through poetry. And how we do that, you can see from the explanation we've had so far, organizing poetry recitals like this and reaching out to people. Our plans. Well, you might be thinking, what are our plans and what do we have to do? Where do we see ourselves years from now? Well, first, events. We organize enough events, a lot more events. And more events, and we'll keep having more events. And even more events, but it's all about events, nothing more. Without meetings, we don't write minutes, no attendance, no dues, it's just events. That is why we are here. This is what we call events. And we see ourselves in the future to be in a situation whereby we have our home, where we call the CV Poetry Home. Now the society is going to go, and we have a very big mansion where we take care of kids, the homeless come, and we're getting there. Well, it sounds like a very big dream, but yeah, we're getting there. Gradually, we're going to get there. Publicity. How did we get the message across to you guys? How did we really reach out to people? One was through posters, as you can see, big posters posted all around. Flyers, little ones, which I'm sure a few of you had them. Facebook was one of our major tools because it was so useful to us. And in case you don't know, our Facebook group is it's not CV Poetry Society. If you type that, it's going to come up and you'll see CV Poetry Society. But that's not the one that is here. Because when I was in Nigeria, I was part of this club. That's why I still adopted the name with permission from them. So you will have the one from Nigeria. It's CV Poetry Society. So make sure it's SPS Regina. That's our name on Facebook. SPS Regina. And one-on-one invitation, which, yeah, wherever you meet your friends and stuff. And this is the interesting part. Who can join? Well, we went through our list of criteria to make sure we pick those that can really be part of this. And we have a long list of what you have to be, who you have to be, the degrees you have to acquire for you to be able to join us as part of it. And it was way too much that even myself, I saw that I wasn't able to read those videos, so we made it open to everybody. sponsors. Now, how do we get sponsorship? How do we get people to sponsor us? It's really interesting to know that people here in Regina and in the university, they've been very supportive. First, I'd like to thank the University of Regina. They've been so great. The Office of the President, they've been so supportive. She was here. Actually, she sent a representative to represent herself here at the very first recital we had in this room, and she inaugurated it. So the university has been very supportive. RPIRG, they've been very supportive. That means Regina Public Interest Research Group, they've been very supportive financially, morally, and otherwise. So, and we have lots of them, you can see, from all angles. They're just, I just can't count. Can you count them? Well, let's not get into that. You can see there's so much. So, event. Now this is the interesting part. When the very first idea came to me, like, okay, I think we should, I was talking to myself, let's organize something, you know, let's have poetry, and I came up with something. This was it. I titled it debut open mic session because it was the very first, and I was like, well, let's make it open mic. And that was how the idea came up, and that was it. It was held on the 30th of September 2010, and as you can see, it was not in this room anyway, it was the next room, 193, and it went really well, and the turnout was 17. Impressive, right? First event, 17 persons, 16 plus the president, 17. Well, we were able to live with that. The second one, Xmas Poetry Fiesta. That's where we adopted the name Fiesta. Poetry Fiesta. I just thought of something very, funky. You know? So yeah, from then henceforth, it's now Poetry Fiesta, and that was the first. The second one was held on the 2nd of December 2010, and the turnout, can we guess? Over 71. So you can see the inversion of numbers there. The one came behind and is lost. So yeah, from 17 to more than 71. That's great. That tells you that yes, we were out to really reach out. And people that came to the first one had fun, enjoyed it, and went home, told every other person, and they all came. And on that note, I would like to welcome you to this year's open mic session, which is titled Valentine Fiesta. It's going to be great, but before we go, before we go, futures, what do you expect to get? Here, be ready, there will be rhyme battles. You think you can rhyme? Come up here, because there will be lots of prizes. You can see 2 trophies there. And I would like to acknowledge the presence of the 2 outstanding defending champions. Say, Scarlett, where is she? She's over there. Yeah, if you think you can defeat them, come up here and show yourself. We have the open mic recital, open to everyone. You mustn't know how to write. Just express how you feel. That is what this is all about. Music performance. We are going to have a lot of music inspiration. That's what I call it. And dance performance. That is AKA dance inspiration. Comedy and so many more. Comedian Harris Khan is here. He's going to feed us with lots of comedy. So we look forward to that. And you might be wondering why I use the word music inspiration and dance inspiration. And there will be food inspiration behind you. Lots of refreshment, good food. And before we leave, I would like to leave you with these 2 powerful words. I came up with it because every idea we have today starts with a pen. Before you ever accomplish anything, before this was designed and manufactured, someone thought about it and then wrote it down, either by writing or by drawing. That very first dot of pen, the ink on the paper, is where I got the idea. Inspiration, not inspiration. So take note. If you use the word inspired without the K, I'm going to sue you. I said it the last time. And I'm repeating, I mean it. It's not a Martin letter, okay? Well, I leave you with this. While you enjoy the show, be inspired. Oh, no. Yeah, be inspired. So enjoy the show. Thank you very much.